All right, hello and welcome back to Macross 1.5. I'm your game master and host, Paul Marquez. Major is not with us today, but as always, Wes. Wes, I never say your last name, Scott, right?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, I'm saying it right because I will butcher a name horribly.
Listen, you are saying it absolutely correctly. It's R. Scott, but I've gone by and been called every variation that you can imagine. So I'll answer to pretty much anything.
Yep. I've been Martinez. I've been Marquez. I've been quite a bit. So I totally hear you.
I've been Ashcroft, Arcott, Arnott. Yeah, anything with an A on the beginning and a T on the end. Yeah.
All right. So the struggle is real then, right?
It is. Oh, yeah.
All right. So to start off this episode, I'd like to start by announcing the winner of the 50th subscriber giveaway.
Ooh, exciting.
Right. So after much research and putting in the magic hat and drawing the name, Mr. Matthew Green, you are the winner.
Oh, Matthew.
Yay,
Green,
Matthew. All right. So Matthew. Thank you. Matthew, if you can contact us at reflexpointpod@gmail.com with your shipping address, we will gladly send you your Robotech inspired gift. Okay, so once this episode releases, we'll give him about 3 days. Does that seem fair?
Should be. I would think that people who are following us are probably watching day of, if not like really close to that. So 3 days, I think, seems reasonably fine to me.
Okay, yeah, because sometimes life gets in the way and you don't listen to your show. So I totally understand that. So we'll give him.
I'm gonna throw a wrench into that because we run the show on both channels. So is it 3 days of airing on your channel? Or 3 days of airing on my channel?
Well, we'll start with our channel since it generally releases first at that point.
That makes sense.
All right, so
I was trying to help you, Matthew. Give me more time, bigger window.
So 3 days from release of this channel, and Matthew, please, like I said, just reflex, all lowercase, reflexpointpod@gmail.com. And man, hope to hear from you soon.
All right.
So with that, Mr. West, before we jump into our game, I wanted to talk about your last stream.
Oh, yeah.
You do a Star Wars themed show, correct?
I've been doing a lot. Well, so technically we are not a Star Wars show. And if you are a fan of my show, you've heard me say that many times, and yet it is the bulk of our content is Star Wars related. There's just something about it. Galaxy far, far away that we just can't get enough of. And so we find it's very easy to talk about. And so the Obi-Wan Kenobi series wrapped up, and we finished up our High Ground review series, and we're like, how do we keep this bantha rocking? So last week we did a little episode on lightsabers.
That's what I was going to say, is that, as you were saying, easy to talk about, and your last show proved that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because the topic was lightsabers. And I remember as a kid calling them life savers. I was dyslexic, I was dumb. Not that dyslexic is dumb. I'm just saying I was both.
Fair enough. That's fair.
And my little brain automatically assumed that it was because those things saved your life. Like, you know what I mean?
Of course.
So they were lifesavers. And then one day I think I was studying the Civil War, and the word saber finally entered my vocabulary, and I was like, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. So you guys talked about lightsabers, and
we did, yeah.
It's that's one of the things that has made Star Wars incredibly cool. If nothing else, watching someone wield a lightsaber was amazing, and the whole concept of it.
Absolutely. We actually talked about our favorite lightsaber moments throughout the films, and Man, I mean, there's so many things that they've done with them. I actually talked about my own favorite lightsaber moment. Comes actually from the Phantom Menace when Qui-Gon Jinn jams his green lightsaber into the door of the
Into
Trade
the blast
Federation.
door, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, melt that thing down, man. This is such a cool moment, and yeah, I wanted to see that all the way through. Although, sadly, it didn't happen because those pesky destroyer droids showed up and they had to run away. But
Right.
he was well on his way to turning that door to a piece of slag, and I loved it.
Okay, isn't that amazing when a show finally gives you what you want? Because for the longest time, just like you, I thought, what can't a lightsaber cut through? You know,
Man, well, this is it, and I mean, I think Star Wars is still pushing the boundaries of that because, I mean, canonically speaking, given enough time, conceivably, there's really not much that it couldn't go through. We've seen, in the sequels, we've seen Rey cut through a starship. We've seen it in The Mandalorian, cutting through the Durasteel armor of a starship. We've seen, again, the blast door on the Trade Federation battleship. And I don't know, is there anything that it can't do?
I don't think so. And I love it, and I love it, and I loved seeing it because when I played Star Wars with because my brother and I would pick up any stick and it was our lightsaber. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And we'd go at it. And so I would always
hockey stick, whatever he had in hand, tennis racket,
and you had to make the noise,
Man, every Christmas, I'm closer to 50 than I am to 40. And every Christmas, at some point while I am wrapping gifts, if you were a fly on the wall, you would hear from the bedroom as I'm swinging the paper tube around.
You can't not do it.
It's true. It's so true. And I don't care how old you are, you will do it.
And so as a kid, I remembered pretending slicing through boulders, slicing through whatever my imagination could come up with, So to actually see it, it reminded me of, I always thought like, when are we going to see Superman get shot in the eye? I wanted to see a bullet bounce off of his eye.
We got it.
And remember, we got it.
Yeah.
And it was as amazing as I thought it would be.
Well, the whole door thing, the lightsaber door thing, like, and I said on our show, like it's as a role-playing gamer who's been playing role-playing games for so long, these are things that we were already doing in the role-playing game that we thought were so cool. We're like, oh my God, they're going to do this in the movie someday or somewhere. We're going to see it. And then it happened.
Yeah, but as you got a little older, didn't you kind of worry when they weren't doing it? You were like, come on, guys.
Well, for me, it was kind of like, you got to remember the Phantom Menace came after that big dry spell of, no films for like 15 years. So right off the hop in the first movie, in the first act of the first movie, we got that moment. So I was just like, mind blown. I loved it. And I don't care what anybody says about the Phantom Menace. I love that movie. It's still the one that I saw in the theaters more than anything else. I saw it 6 times in the theaters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. And that's awesome. That's awesome that you had the opportunity to do that. Now, the lightsabers, they're powered or they're focused by crystals?
Well, that's where the canon and the legends kind of differ. Because in legends, there was a power cell. And in canon, they reference there being some form of power core. But then it's also suggested that the kyber crystals also power a lightsaber, or certainly they assist what's going on. There's a whole, I know when you say science and Star Wars, you kind of, it's eye rolling, but I mean, within that, within its own established boundaries, there is some science behind it. Why, a living thing like a kyber crystal can still be used in a super weapon like the Death Star or Starkiller Base. But yeah, it's super cool, and man, I'm actually I like what they've done with the whole crystal thing in the new canon. They've changed it significantly.
And did I hear that the weapons are almost sentient?
The crystals are. They have a shared, like a collective consciousness, right? So the kyber crystals are a mix of like organic and inorganic material. So yeah, they are considered to be alive.
Okay, so, but if a bad guy, let's say, or your rival, let's say, picks up your lightsaber, he can still wield it, right? Like the weapon doesn't resist him.
No, not really. I mean, we did see some evidence of that in The Mandalorian, where Din Djarin was having a hard time wielding the Darksaber because he was untrained. It's more about focusing the energy of the blade, right? Controlling that. Sabine Wren went through the same thing in Star Wars Rebels, but Kanan Jarrus was there to sort of guide her through that. But technically, if you and I were fighting and I dropped my lightsaber and I was able to get yours away from you, I could still technically use it. So it gets a little more convoluted when it comes down to, it's the whole like reconciling the color thing is really what it boils down to.
Right. No, yeah, and the only reason I asked was because that was super interesting to hear. Like that was a new take that I hadn't heard.
Yeah.
When I even got introduced to the fact that the lightsabers had crystals was in the video game, the New Republic, or no, I'm sorry,
the Old Republic?
The Knights of the Old Republic, yes. And one of the missions was to build your lightsaber, and I thought, wow, this is amazing. And I was like, this would be so cool if this was canon. And then I find out it is, and I'm like, oh, great.
That's one of the cool things about Lucasfilm is that you know, they will recycle ideas and concepts as far back, like the idea of a crystal. If you go back and watch our episode on lightsabers, the episode, by the way, it's called Chasing Kyber, and it is a lightsaber story. So you can go and check that out on the Fandom Power podcast. If you like that kind of stuff, you're hearing it here first. The next one we're going to do, because we're going to keep that train rolling, we're going to take a look at blasters in Star Wars coming up next week. So if you're catching this in the month of July, you have a look for that if you want to hear a bunch of old men talk about like blasters in Star Wars and other science fiction.
That'll be next week?
It'll be next week, yeah. So it'll be Sunday, it's the 17th. Sunday the 17th of July. But yeah, we go live pretty much every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern time, where we're talking about a variety of pop culture things. Sometimes it's Star Wars, sometimes it's not. More often than not, it is.
Well, but hey, I definitely recommend. It's a fun listen, and
and
great show, man. Great show.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started one more time. Matthew Green, congratulations. Please contact us. And Wes, let me tell everybody how we can all be winners, okay?
Yeah.
If you go to TeePublic, you can order and find Reflex Point. You can find a shirt and have a Reflex Point shirt, your favorite Robotech podcast, and we're all winners at that point, right?
Man, I've said it before, and I will say it again for the listeners and the viewers. Reflex Point, I believe, is still the only English language Robotech podcast going right now. So, hey, support the show, guys.
All right. Thank you. All right, so here we go. So when we last left off, you guys had infiltrated the island, managed to find some Veritechs that had been stolen. What is it? Commandeered them. Commandeered.
Yeah.
And you guys saved.
I would say we liberated them, to be honest. I mean, we were just returning them to their rightful owners.
That's exactly true. So I can't argue with that. So you guys were able to bring them back. Once that happened, and you gave all the intelligence that you guys had gathered, along with the team or the guys that you had rescued on the island, making contact, shutting down ECM that was on the island, a strike force was able to go in and completely neutralized it. Okay. So you and Mage get back to, or you and Steve get back to Macross, and some major meets up with you guys, and he tells you guys, great job, you guys did this, you guys did that, you're everything that the RDF stands for, blah blah blah, right? And he says, so
do it in Alaska.
Right. So he says, unfortunately, due to the seriousness of your crime, we're going to basically knock it down from a felony to a misdemeanor.
Oh, that's all right then.
So you're going to spend 6 months in minimum security, and then you'll report to Alaska base.
Oh boy.
which was great because you weren't even going to Alaska base after.
No. Well, I mean, how do you? I shouldn't be looking to gift horse, but really, like having a sentence commuted from maximum to minimum, I guess that's a win. Yay, sort of. But really, I'm still going to Alaska. What the hell? Oh, well.
So they end up breaking up your team. Steve is demoted, and he becomes third wing to a different squad.
No.
You become second wing to a different squad.
I don't know that at all. Okay.
Right. So right now you got your squad is called Purple Thunder. Okay.
Purple Thunder.
Which you're kind of like, wouldn't it be lightning? But
as I'm using this lovely purple pen.
Right. But you didn't come up with a name, so you're like, whatever.
I sure did not.
But what's kind of cool about these Voyages, this guy, he's got contacts, let's say, okay? So do you remember in Back to the Future, the DeLorean?
I do.
When they were at the mall and the light would shine on the car, every so often it had that purple sheen to it.
Over the stainless steel body.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
These Voyages look like that.
Really? So like shiny steel, and then that's cool.
Okay, yeah. Well, mostly that purple sheen, even in the different light.
Nice,
okay?
Nice. Okay, yeah, I get it.
So they're pretty cool. You're kind of like, so the two guys you meet up. Okay, the squad, the sergeant. Okay,
yep.
His name is John. His second is his name is Gus.
Gus.
And they're both pretty cool. When you get there, they don't razz you. They don't haze you. They kind of bring it up like, hey, how did you get assigned here? And so you walk up. Okay, they're cleaning down their Voyages. They're doing their maintenance.
Right.
And so you walk up, and this guy, he turns around. He's got like a salt and pepper beard. Okay, real slick black hair, back, aviator glasses.
Yeah.
And you can tell this is John. Okay. And then he's got his buddy standing, and he's a younger, kind of chunkier guy. Looks at you, not as big as like, let's say, Ben, but
sure.
But he could lose a meal or two, and he looks over at you. He's got like a right. He's got like a really, really light, sandy blonde hair, and so John looks at you and goes, "You must be
Pratt, Corporal Pratt, Sergeant."
Yeah, you must be Pratt. And he's like, well, welcome aboard. He goes, from what I was told, you're not going to be with us very long, but you were on the strike force, weren't you? The one that assaulted the island.
Yeah, I was.
He goes, I heard that was some pretty mean bush, man.
Yeah, well, you think after being, doing enough crash drills, you get used to it. But, man, when the real thing happens, it sucks real bad.
He goes, yeah, I can imagine. And so then the younger guy looks at you and goes, yeah, like, look at these. Take these Voyages, for instance. We've been training for like a decade now.
Yeah.
We're training for a game we're never going to get to play. At least you finally got to play. Give me the rock, coach. I'm ready to go.
I wish I could say it was that fun, but as a pilot, I'm sure, gentlemen, you can appreciate how difficult it is to be a backseater when you just want your hand on the stick.
And he goes, yeah, well, also, too, I don't want to be shooting at humans, No. And he's like, well, these were made to defend the Earth, right?
I think after, a decade of war, I'm ready for a bit of a break. But, I mean, there's a reason why they built these things. And part of me says, maybe there's a chance.
He said, well, yeah, I'm glad we have them. But after 10 years, something tells me we're not going to have to use them.
Well, I wish, I certainly hope that's true. I don't know.
He said, well, how'd you get yourself assigned over here?
Well, would you like the short version?
He goes, at this point, I'll take any version you choose to tell me.
Well, maybe you guys heard it was a small incident the other day downtown. Some liquid nitrogen
He goes, "Oh yeah, the crate falling."
Yeah, so that kind of happened, and Steve and I were there, and we kind of got roped up in something a whole lot bigger. I don't even know. Am I actually allowed to talk about this? Is this information cleared to be spoken about?
You know what? To you, you're not sure. You're not sure. So it depends.
No one's ever told me not to.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah. So that kind of led us down a bit of a rabbit hole, and we thought rightly so that there was an infiltrator on the base, which led us to tracking him down. And when we found him, that kind of spurred the assault on the island. That fortunately for us exposed an anti-unification base, and we recovered a pair of Veritechs in the process. So, long story short, I'm still going to Alaska, but I'm getting a couple months, I guess you could call it a vacation before I have to show up.
He goes, "Oh, you're going to college, right?"
Yeah. Yeah.
He goes, "Got it." Okay, so they both look at each other and start busting up laughing. Then Gus pulls out his wallet and hands John some money. And John says, and John goes, I knew those Comancheros weren't going out on any stupid drill, you know? And he was like, hey, you're right. And so it wasn't about you. It was just that it triggered them after you started to explain. Right. And
that's
so
every day that a bunch of helicopters go rocking out loaded for bear.
Right.
Yep.
And then the Gus looks at you and he goes, "You look familiar, like super familiar." He goes, "Are you in Barracks A?" And no, you're like, back when you were in Barracks, you were like in Barracks L. Okay.
Sure.
And so you're like, "Yeah, no." And then he's like, "Wait a minute. You're that cage fighter, aren't you?"
Oh, I've been known to once or twice, I suppose. Yeah.
And he's like, "Hot damn, you won me $500 that day." And he's like, "I owe you a drink."
Well, thanks for betting on me, man, because I won me some money too.
And he was like, "Well, yeah, you gave the best odds. You were the underdog."
I'd definitely take that drink, though.
I thought you were going to get your clock cleaned personally, but...
Well, so did I. Between you and me, so did I. Hey, turns out, Meat Shield there, he's a pretty nice guy.
Oh, right on. He seemed pretty nice. I actually got to speak to him, and so the conversation goes on for a little bit, and you realize, okay, these guys are cool,
Yeah, they're all right.
All right, so tomorrow, the air show is going to happen, okay?
Okay.
And John gives Gus a paper, you a paper. You guys read, and you guys are flying patrol, out about 25 miles away, just making sure that airspace is clear and everybody's cool. Clear. Right.
Yeah, sounds groovy to me.
Okay, so as you can see, we have our lovely SDF-1 right here. Yeah. So from the position of the SDF-1, your range is going to be off to this side over here. Okay.
Oh, sure.
About 25 miles. My right, your left.
Yeah. Offshore.
Right. And you guys are going to be flying high and just making sure, no space. At a certain time, nobody's allowed in the air no more. Okay. Just the Veritechs that are in the air show.
Okay.
All right. So
sounds good.
He's like, all right, go get some rest and report back at 6 o'clock.
Wicked.
He's like, come back at 6 o'clock.
At 06, okay. 0600, okay.
Okay, so you've got a splinter in your mind, Wes. You've got a little unfinished business. You've got something to do.
Okay. Do I go back to the hospital and let them know that we got the guy?
That's you, the man.
Yeah,
that's
let's
it.
do that. Okay, we'll go back.
Okay, so you get everything ready to go. Go to patrol. as Veritech pilots, you guys don't have a whole lot of possessions as it is. You know, your bunk is basically your space, but it's all packed up and ready to go. Like if you were to go to Alaska tomorrow, you'd be ready to go.
Yep.
So you head on over to the hospital. You get to that room. There's some dude laying there. You walk up, and he's
it's not him.
It's not him.
God dang it. Oh, I'm sorry. Is he conscious?
The dude laying on the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks at you and he goes,
he's conscious.
Yeah. So he's an older Asian guy. He's got some glasses on. He's got a leg up with that cast, you know. Yeah. And so he looks at you and he's like, "Can I help you?"
I'm sorry, I was looking for somebody, but turns out they're not in this room anymore. Hey, you don't know what happened to the guy that was here before you, do you?
He's all, "No, sorry."
Okay, well, thanks anyway. So go over to the nursing station.
Okay. So you see this really, really cute nurse, and she was the one that had directed you there that first night.
Oh, in the first night. Mm-hmm. Hey, miss. I don't know if you remember me. My name's Elwood. I was here the other night. I was checking in on Mr. So-and-so. Yeah.
And so she looks, and she gets a warm smile back, right, when she sees you come in. And then she's like, "Yes, I remember you." And she's like, "What can I do for you?"
I was kind of hoping to...
Corporal?
I was kind of hoping to catch up with him. I made him a promise, and I just wanted to let him know that everything worked out. And what happened to him?
Her face kind of drops a little bit, right? So she gets a Post-it, and she writes an address on it. And she's "You can find him here."
Okay. Check the address and say thank you very much.
123 Main Street.
Yeah, 123 Main.
All right.
Thank her very much. And
and under it, her phone number is there too, and she's all just in case.
So nice. That's so nice. Yeah. Thank you. Won't be around for very long. I'm leaving town. No, don't.
It's one of those big yellow phones too, you know.
I don't even say that I'm leaving town. I just leave it as is. Thank you very much. Like I'm never going to see her again.
All right, you walk out.
Yep. And all right, I'm gonna go to the address.
Okay.
123 Main.
So you get there, and you're standing right in front of Macross Cemetery.
God. I feel awful. Like a real sinking feeling, pit of the stomach. Like, oh no. Okay, so the cemetery, is there like a groundskeeper around, or like an office building of some kind?
Okay, so being that it's all futuristic, there's actually like a little directory. You know what I'm saying? Like a little electronic directory.
I'll punch in the guy's name.
Okay, and you see exactly where he's at.
Oh. Okay. I go to the plot indicated by the directory.
Okay, you walk over there.
Yeah.
You start walking over there. As you walk over there, you see a lady in a dress with a kid that appears to be about 11 years old in a little suit staring down at the grave.
I'll just stand back and give the family their space. I don't want to interrupt them, but I don't want to be so far away that like they mistake that I'm here for somebody else.
Okay, so the lady, like she starts, you know, like if she knows someone's staring at them, and she turns back and she sees you, and she motions you to come forward.
Okay, so I walk up and I offer my like most sincere, "I am so sorry."
And she goes, "My husband's last wish was that you avenge him. Did you do it?"
We did. We did.
Okay.
And,
so she puts a finger on your lip, and she goes, "I'll let you tell him." And her son walk away. And the little boy looks up at you like kind of just studying you, you know?
Oh, sure.
And then he walks away.
So
or his mom tugs him away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. I'll take a knee in front of the stone and kind of put like a hand on it. like to rest on it.
So they have a picture of him, and it's not the most flattering picture because he's all like,
right.
And you're just like, okay.
Well, that's what they wanted.
Right? He wasn't very photogenic.
Gotcha. So, I mean, you tell him, if I hadn't have been, so careless, this never would have happened, but we got him, and they're not going to hurt anybody anymore. And I stick my hand in my pocket. In the military, I don't know, challenge coins? You know what challenge coin is in the military? Every unit has a challenge coin. Presumably, I would have a challenge coin from the squadron that I was in.
Okay.
I'll put the challenge coin on the grave, on the stone, as we did it for you.
Okay. So you put it down, and you're just like, you stand back up, a little bit choked up, okay?
Yeah.
And then, so when you're done, the wife and the kid come up to you, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, thank you. And then she goes, just to let you know, he didn't die of the injury.
What?
No.
Oh, okay. What happened?
There was, so it turned out that he had a different sickness, but for some reason, once the doctors told him, like he had no idea. He would have never known until he went in. And when he went in, and after they told him, like it took the fight right out of him.
Oh, okay.
Like, have you ever heard of stories where people are told they have cancer and they didn't know? Like they went in because they stubbed their toe, and then the doctor says, I don't know about no toe, but you got cancer.
Yeah, big C.
And then the next day, they're just down the drain.
Yeah.
So that's something like that was what happened to this guy.
Okay. That's awful, but okay.
Right. So you're just like, wow.
I still feel awful for this guy.
Right. And so, but the little bit of comfort you could offer to the family, you did, and the wife thanks you. She gives you a hug, and as you're hugging her, you see the little boy look down, and he sees the coin that you put down.
Yeah.
And he picks it up, and he looks at it, and he puts it in his pocket.
Cool. That's cool. That's cool.
All right. She lets you go, and she takes the kid.
All right.
Okay, and as she's walking away with the kid looks back at you one last time, and then he salutes you.
And I will salute him back.
Okay, you salute him back, and what do you do?
Well, what time of day is it now?
So it's probably about noonish now.
Noon-ish. So we got a few hours before I got to rack out to be ready for the flight tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
So I think it's time to head back to the bar. Maybe my good friend Steve, now that the band has been broken up, maybe we can reconvene over some brewskis and find out what he's doing tomorrow for the air show.
All right. Fair enough. Awesome. So
assuming that he's off the same time that I am. I don't know. Maybe he's not.
Right. So you're like, okay, well, let's head on over to the Blue Oyster and see if it's Steve. So you head on over, and nope, no Steve in sight, but Ruben's there.
Ruben.
And so he looks over, and he's like, hey, I can get you another fight tonight.
Not tonight, sir. I got a 6 a.m. hop tomorrow. That's not happening.
He goes, we're on like a parade type of duty tomorrow in the Gladiators.
Oh, cool. Are they going to march you out there or something? Or
he goes, yeah, we're supposed to just show them what we can do, look pretty,
Yeah. Sounds cool.
And he's like,
usual dog and pony for the brass.
There you go. I mean, that's exactly it. So he motions to some waitress. She comes and brings two big old steins. She puts one in front of you, one in front of him. He grabs it and he holds it up to you. And he's like, here's to the SDF-1.
Well, to better tomorrows and the SDF-1, may she fly straight.
Clink. And you guys both take a big old swig.
Right on.
Okay. Night is exciting. People are laughing. People are this and that. You play a few games of pool.
Sure.
A few people try to see if they can talk you in, but no one's pushy about getting into a fight, And, yeah. So night's over. Okay. So the morning comes. You report.
Yep.
You're on time. No issues. Yep. You can see a little, like a minor relief on John's face when he sees you report. Okay.
Sure.
Just because he doesn't know you, you know?
Sure.
And so you're there and he's like, all right, man. So
Properly turned out, helmet ready to go, dressed in my uniform.
Right. So you guys get in. You guys put on your equipment, your helmets, your little goggles go down, and you grab that stick, you know, you toggle it, your wings, your tail fins adjust, and you're just like, wow, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yep.
So John comes in the middle screen, Gus is on your left screen, gotcha. And you're actually on the right screen. You know, if you had to talk to somebody else, your face wouldn't be there, but your computer knows that since it's just you talking to them, it's just like this right now.
That's funny. I was going to say, it's just like this.
And so John goes, okay, guys, here's what we're going to do. Elwood,
it'll come to you.
You're my number 2, okay?
Purple Thunder 2.
And Gus, you're number 3. And Gus was number 2, but he's like, you know, Roger that. Like you can tell this guy he's green. He's as green as can
Gus
be.
Just get like saddled at 3?
Yes.
Sorry, Gus.
No. And he looks at you and he's like, no, man. He's like, I'm as new as can be. I'm as green as the pasture right now.
Green
okay?
as the grass. All right.
And then, so he goes, yeah. So, Elwood, you're my number 2. Just let me, you know, just let's look pretty. Let's do this by the books, and
all right, Roger that.
Let's get this all done, okay?
Yeah, sounds great.
All right, everybody, form up on me. Let's go.
Okay.
And you guys are like, boom. So he takes off.
Sure.
Then you're behind him, and Gus is with you. And when you guys get formation,
Yep.
it is a formation. God dang it! I didn't grab all my little tokens. So if you can see the little tokens,
sure can.
Your formation is like that. Okay.
Nice.
We've got John.
Purple Thunder 1.
You.
Purple Thunder 2.
Gus.
Purple Thunder 3.
All right. Okay. So you guys, boom. Okay. It is a clear, well, okay. It is a bright day. There are a few clouds out there, but they're high. They're super, super high clouds, and they're sparse. The ocean is a blue you've never seen before.
Awesome.
And man, you guys are just flying, right? So boom. You guys go, you get to formation, and on your computer, he shows you a pattern that you guys are going to fly at this time.
Okay, perfect.
So, boom, you guys are flying, and you know, crack a few jokes at each other here and there, just you know what's going on, and then all of a sudden something comes in, and you guys hear Lisa Hayes' voice come on. And we've got an unidentified contact coming in, you know, at Vector whatever she says, and John is like, you know, okay, do we intercept?
Yeah.
And then Roy's voice comes over and he goes, negative. He's here on invitation, you know, whatever that number was.
Oh, right. Sure.
And so they're all copy that. Okay. So you guys just continue to fly your pattern. Okay. So you guys hear over the horn that some punk kid showed up, some pilots, supposedly, you know, and you guys get a chuckle out of that. And
I
then,
don't know. I heard it on the radio, but I didn't see anything.
Right. The guy says, oh, that's a bunch of bullshit. There's no way.
Whatever. Fan racer. Sure.
And John laughs, right? And he's like, yeah, but did you hear how mad Roy was about that?
I think we all did.
Well, whoever that kid was, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes right now.
Yeah, me neither, man.
All right. So more civilian activities happen. You know, you guys hear over the horn that Gloval's being taken to the SDF-1 now. You know, the parade is getting to its climax. You guys, you hear that Ruben's squad is over closer to the ceremony, the talking, the speech.
Yeah, okay.
At some point, all of a sudden, someone gets over the horn, right? And they're like, hey, there's movement on the SDF-1. Okay, and you guys look, and you see the two fronts, these 2 points here, starting to separate right? And they're like, clear Vector 5, clear Vector 5. And everybody that's in front starts trying to get the hell out of there right away.
Right.
You guys are over here, so you're like, and then John looks at you and he's like,
you
hey,
see that?
Yeah, he said, what the hell's going on? Okay, so you guys continue to look. All of a sudden, boom, it fires, okay?
Right.
All of you are blinded. You're like, holy shit, dude, just shoot right now.
Yeah.
Then your sight kind of comes back. Your instruments are letting you know, like, because you weren't in danger, but your instruments didn't like what just happened right now.
Sure, I'm sure there's some EM, maybe some radiation along with that, that amount of energy.
Okay, now you remember the island showed a big swath cut in the front of the SDF one after that, right? So on the top of that mountain, there was a lookout station, okay? And so everyone's quiet for a moment, and then John goes,
Purple Thunder 2, do a flyby over that lookout post and see if they're okay.
And we can all tell from now they're not okay.
Yeah.
Purple Thunder 2, roger that.
Okay, so
Breaking off now.
boom. So here you go, and you go, and you're heading toward the front
Yep.
of the ship. Okay, so
Yep.
let's back this moaf up a little bit.
Sure.
So you're like in this section up here, okay? I mean, obviously far, but
Sure. But
toward the front, in relative to the ship. Yes.
I'm on the business end all of a sudden.
Right, and you're looking back like it's not gonna fire again, right, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're also up. You know what I mean? So you're not like
Sure.
directly in the line of fire either. So you go over.
Wide arcing pass, turn it up on the side, point the camera. I guess it'd be a camera in the head, wouldn't there?
That little ball thing, right?
Yeah. Point the camera down, take a look, and confirm the obvious. What I already know, that there's a big vaporized hole there that the water is now rushing into.
Okay, so if there was anybody on that thing, they're not there no more.
So radio back in.
Purple Thunder 1, it's Purple Thunder 2. I can confirm that that station is a total loss. There is nothing left. It's vaporized.
Okay, so Lisa comes on your screen, and she goes,
Confirm again, Purple Thunder 2. Is it a total loss? Do you have visual? Roger, SDF-1 control. This is Purple Thunder 2. I can confirm the lookout station is been vaporized. There's nothing left. Looks like the ocean is actually starting to pour into the island. Is there any flood danger? Negative. Not at this time, but there's definitely a new shoreline.
she's someone's got beachfront property now, right?
I don't know. Would Lisa make a joke like that?
No, she doesn't say
But
that.
we would.
She goes,
Copy that. Return to formation. Purple Thunder 2, roger. Okay, you're up.
and you peel out,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so everyone's like, what the fuck just happened? And so when you get back information, John comes on your screen and he's like,
Pratt, what do you think just happened? Why did they shoot? Man, I didn't even know that the thing could even do that. I don't know what the hell just happened. I've never seen that kind of energy before in my life.
okay, and then Gus says,
I heard about it, but I never thought I'd see it. Man, I don't know what happened, but I'm telling you, I got a bad feeling about this. He's like, yeah, this can't be good. He goes, okay, you guys, I'm gonna try to see if I can find something on a different channel. Just give me a second, okay? All right, we'll hold here.
and he's all click. Okay, so you guys are still flying pattern,
In our formation.
right?
Yep.
But he's just not on your radio.
He's just
right
not
now.
monitoring, yeah.
Vanessa comes up, okay,
Okay.
and she goes,
We've got multiple contacts coming in on vectors 1, 2, 10, 5.
and she
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
super panicked, right? That you guys hear the are they called klaxons or the alarms?
Like the alarm, a klaxon.
Is that what it's called?
Klaxon,
Klaxon, right?
Yeah.
So the horns are going off, right?
Yep.
And it's all and then you guys hear the words you haven't heard before. This
Yep.
is not a drill.
Oh boy.
Okay? So you see Gus, like, like he's trying to comprehend it. And so he looks up and he's like,
What do they mean, not a drill? And he goes, do you think the Anti-Unification League's attacking? I thought they were gone. I don't know, man. I thought so too, but I mean, they could still have something out there, I guess.
okay. So then Lisa comes up on your screen, right?
Yep.
And she goes,
Purple Thunder 2, I can't get negative getting a hold of your squad leader, so you're next in command. We've got multiple contacts coming in your vector. I need you to go investigate, see what it is, but do not engage unless you guys get hostile activity. SDF on control. Roger. Purple Thunder 2, confirm your orders, and I'll get back to you.
Okay, at this point, we're still flying in formation. So technically, I'm still flying off of his wing, right?
yeah.
So at this point, I'm gonna flip the landing lights on, and then I'm gonna pull up on his side. And
You can interrupt. You can interrupt his communicate, whatever he's doing.
Oh, I thought he was on another channel.
Yeah, no, he is, but you can get in there, or at least let him know through his radio you're trying to contact him.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
So,
he's got call waiting in there, so it's like beep, 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 beep.
yeah.
You know?
Purple Thunder 1, this is Purple Thunder 2. Break. We have a developing situation. Over.
Okay, he clicks on.
And he goes, Roger that. He's like, I'm in communication with other squad leaders right now. We've got all hell's breaking loose right now. I don't think this is the Anti-Unification. They don't have this much aircraft. He goes, look at, he goes, plug into...
Like a, if your ships can plug into like a radar station and see what they're seeing, you do that and you see blips. Okay, what you see is your computer basically is at the last number that it can track. So it's tracking all the closest ones, because anything after, at the farthest, it lets them go because it's perceiving the closer ones as a threat.
Okay. That's a lot of air traffic. Okay. We just got orders. I relay them back over to John. And tell them that we've been ordered to move to this sector and report back on what we find.
He goes, negative, Elwood. You've been ordered. I'm gonna check something over here. Go. Are you sure that's a good idea? No, but go anyway. All right. Purple Thunder 3, this is Purple Thunder 2. Stay on my wing and follow me.
His voice cracks and he's like, copy that.
Okay. And we peel off and we start moving to the indicated coordinates.
Okay.
To get a visual.
You guys are going, so it's taking you up, okay?
Sure.
Up and farther to the, so we've got the SDF one here.
Yeah.
It's over like in this section over here, okay?
Yep. Okay.
So you're going over here. You've got your wingman behind you like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys you're flying, and Wes, you finally see them, okay?
Yeah.
And you see quite a bit of fighter pods coming in, okay?
A sea of green.
And they are screaming. Now, number one, they're big, okay?
Yeah.
Because they've got 50-foot pilots, Well,
yeah.
So compared to a Veritech, they're big.
They're big, if not bigger than a Veritech. They're bigger than a Veritech.
Right. And if you wanted to come in not aggressive, like to show goodwill,
yeah,
you wouldn't be doing it at the speed these guys are coming in, okay? They actually have that little cloud thing behind them, when you're...
Oh, my God, yeah. Breaking the sound barrier?
Right, and they are screaming in. Okay, so Gus comes on your screen, and he's like,
what the hell are those?
So first, I know because I've watched the show, but my character does not know, so I am toggling IFF. Am I getting a readback on IFF?
Yeah, so you see it cycling and cycling and cycling, and finally it says no known, aircraft.
All right, so I tell him I got nothing on IFF. I'm going to radio in for weapons authorization.
Okay, So you click up, right? So you click, and you're like, you know,
I should be getting the can I relay the camera feed from my Veritech back?
Absolutely.
So I send them the camera feed back. I tell them I got nothing IFF. I'm looking for a weapons authorization.
Okay, so you click all that.
Yeah.
Well, so you click, you get the feed going.
Yeah.
You radio in like the vector that you're spotting them at.
Yeah.
And as you know, but as you're about to talk and start telling them,
Yep.
you see the lead. They're not coming in formations we're familiar with. They're stacked. They're in formations.
Yep.
But nothing like we see. Okay, down, up,
Yep.
all over the place. And the first wave coming in is about 26 of them, away from like the cloud of the rest of them. So the first four, right? So the first
13 to 1 odds, yeah.
So the first four, kind of, that cloud disappears because they slow down.
Oh wow!
And each one launches missiles. You just see them drop down and then corkscrew toward the SDF-1.
Okay. So immediately radio in
SDF-1 control, Purple Thunder 2, incoming missiles, brace, brace, brace.
So Wes, you are the first pilot to see the enemy attack.
Yeah.
I mean, you're there. Your guys happen to be in that vector. You see.
So they're above me.
Yes. You're kind of coming in
You
at a 40.
I got some belly.
Right. Yes.
Juicy bellies.
Right. And you're kind of tripping on them because I mean they're so alien, but they look, but they're fighter craft. Any pilot recognizes other fighter craft, you know. And you can appreciate their sleek design. You can, you know, you're just whoa, but you're like wow, like it's still trying. You're still trying to process. This isn't the You're waiting for an anti-unification symbol to pop up somewhere. You know.
This isn't a Falcon jet. What the hell is this?
Okay, so on your radio, the SDF-1 comes back and they're like,
Purple Thunder 2, confirm. Are we under attack? Yes, damn it.
Okay, so that little box opens up, and the SDF-1's Patriot missiles go back, you know, shoot up and take out, you know, as many missiles as those can. And you look down, or your instruments let you see a few of those missiles hit their mark on the SDF-1. They are
not sweet.
That part's not sweet, but most of the major damage, anything that would have hit critical, was stopped. But a few of the missiles do hit their mark.
Yep.
And you hear Gus's words come back at you. We're training for a game we never get to play.
You're in the game now, Gus.
So you just, everything's changed. Everything's changed right now.
Immediately. Absolutely it is. Just given the sheer volume of enemy fighters, this is not going to be an engage them one-to-one kind of situation like I would have hoped for. So, you know, taking a page from Steve's book, I think the best course of action is to put myself in the thick of it and get in amongst them so that any shots from them stand a chance of hitting their own people as well as me. At least then I can try to pick them off with my lasers while I'm inside the swarm.
All right, gotcha. So,
Gus, stay with me. We're going in hot.
Okay. So you like you see his look, like his face looks like, what are you talking about?
Do what?
But his voice, he goes,
Okay. What's your plan? Elwood? Yeah, we're going to split the swarm. At least if we can stay tight to them, any shots on us might take out one of their own, and we'll start picking them off as quickly as we can. Quick suggestion: we're too late on that first wave. Sure. You know, let's hit that second wave behind them before they get to shoot.
Yeah, perfect. That's perfect.
Okay.
So I'll man, relatively speaking, I guess I'll jam the throttle forward to close the distance. And once I'm in the oh man, I got anime visions in my head.
right. Well, tell me what they are.
Okay, so swarm of fighter pods coming down. Me coming up on an intercept as fast as I can go. As soon as I'm in the middle, jam it into Guardian, throw it around 180, throw it back into fighter mode, and dive with them.
Oh, so go up through them and then down behind them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
I want to like split them up so like they're either going to hit me or they're going to pull off. And when I'm in the middle of their swarm, I'll throw it into Guardian mode to do the rapid stop, flip around 180 midair, throw it back into fighter mode, and dive in after them amongst their swarm.
Okay, so the way our action phases go. So now we're engaged. So first is the support phase. It sounds like you're going to obscure because you're going to interrupt their formation.
Absolutely, I am.
So you're going to obscure. Gus is going to assist you.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you just want to use one act because remember of the two actions we can use during this turn.
Yep.
What do you want to do? Like, what did you don't want to do all your actions in the support phase, right?
Well, no. Ideally, I want to obscure as we've hashed out, and I want to attack.
Just checking with you on that one.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. So, what skill are you using for your to break up their
to blow through them? Yeah,
yes.
It's going to be. Man, I mean, if this doesn't say enough, I mean, if this is not a flashy move, then I don't know what is. I believe it's a flash move.
I think it's a total flash move.
Yeah, flash move as I blow through the middle of them. That's a 3 dice skill for me. Now that's modified by equipment, I believe. No, it's not.
No, not because you're not attacking.
Not until you, I got it. So just
and you're transforming. That's good. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Transformation. That has a skill.
Going into Guardian mode, yes.
That has a 2. Do I get to add dice for that?
Well, do you want to spend it now or on the attack?
I definitely want it on the attack.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll your dice. I'm rolling for Gus for his assist, and we're on advantage. Okay.
Okay.
I'll explain why.
All right. Well, that could not have gone any better. That's 3 6s, so that's 6 successes.
Okay, and Gus gives.
I'll never get that one again.
And Gus gives you 1 more. Oh, 2 more because of 5s.
2, 4, 6. That's 8 successes, sir.
Okay, so these enemy, are bloodlust right now coming to the SDF-1. Sure. They don't see anything else. This is like who gets to shoot the enemy first for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even though they should be paying attention to who's coming, it seems like the second wave is so jealous of the first wave that they just pass them up. You guys fly right in, and as you do, they seem to realize at the last second, and of the 30, what did I say, 30, 35?
I thought it was like 26. Maybe
no, that
more.
was
I don't
that
know.
was the first wave.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't tell me what was in the second wave.
Okay, so we're gonna say 35 for the second wave. Okay.
Well, it's even bigger.
Of the 35 of them, about 17 break off and pull away because they get scared. You know, you guys successfully do that, and you come up, you hit your Guardian transformation, right?
Yep.
And so now you're behind them.
Spin around. Now they're still moving forward.
Yes.
So I guess I'm in Guardian mode. I'll take throw a burst of the GU-11 gun pod. See if I can get a shot off. Oh yeah. So this does this fall under the heavy burst?
Yeah. Well, it depends. Do you do a heavy burst? The thing about heavy bursts is they have a limit, like an ammo limit.
Gotcha.
If you're heavy bursting all day long, you're gonna run out of ammo.
Well, it's my first shot, and I want to make it good, so it is a heavy burst.
Okay, so you've got your attack, right?
Yes, sir.
You've got your heavy burst bonus, right? And your guardian one, right?
So that's gonna. Oh wow. Okay, so those all go together.
Yes.
So that skill plus guardian plus heavy burst dice. Wow. Okay, so skill for the shot is gonna be wow. Is it? It's a burst, so it's not really graceful. Maybe smooth method.
Being that it's part of the, you know what I'm saying? Being that
flash move. Because I just use flash move to blow through them,
right?
And transform.
But it's not like you're using it in the same phase. You know what I mean?
I do.
So but is it flash move? And what was the other one you said?
That or it could be smooth method. The other thing is, I mean, I don't think it really fits, but it could be a cover your buddy.
No, because right now you're based, for all intents and purposes, you're Purple Thunder 1.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not that. Well, the best thing I've got going, it's definitely not Rally Cry. We've already used Flash Move. It's not Star Quality. And it's not Cover Your Buddy. So it's either Angelic Grace or Smooth Method.
I would say smooth method. You know what I'm saying?
Method. I do.
Okay.
So that is a 3 dice skill, but the transformation adds 2 dice to that. So that's 5 dice. And because these are mechanical, right? I can go over my burnout.
Absolutely.
Okay. And heavy burst is another 2 dice. Oh, I got to pull one out of the box here. So now I am rolling 2, 4, 6, 7 dice.
7 dice.
Oh boy. All right. Let's see what happens. And we're at advantage?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. At this point, still yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's a 5 and a 4 and a 4 and a bunch of things that don't do anything. So a 5, that is that's 2, and the 2 4s are 1, so that's 4 successes total, sir. God, that was awful. All those dice.
Okay, 4 successes.
Yeah.
Because even though the 5s are 2s.
So they are. Yeah, sorry, that's 1 2. Yeah, because I got 1 5 and then 2 4s.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2 and then the 4s are 1s. So
okay, so you come up behind, you go to Guardian, you're behind him, and you're just off, and you rip into them, and you down 4 of them, just like that.
Oh, wow.
You hit engines. Right. Okay, so
nice.
So Gus, kind of gets inspired by that. You see 2 missiles launch from him, and he hits another one and downs him.
Awesome.
And so then you guys look up, and about 70 fly past you guys.
Yeah.
And you guys are like, whoa.
You're not in Kansas anymore.
And so everyone's all engage. Over the radio, you hear, engage. And the whole, like, TIC, the Tactical Information Center, is just lit up with people screaming directions here. We're being attacked here. Evacuate here.
That's exactly what I was gonna do. Was like, report our numbers, and like we are like supremely outnumbered. We were supposed to be flying we were on a combat air patrol for a freaking air show, so there's probably no rally point. Wow.
Okay, so Elwood looks down, or all you hear an alarm, and you look, you check it, and there is a lock being on you from behind.
Gus, I got a bogey. Can you see him?
Gus he did not transform to Guardian, so he flew past you a little.
Yeah. Okay.
Gus, I got one locking onto me.
He's all, well, get out of there. Actually, as he flies over you, he's like,
Elwood, you've got one behind you.
Of course
Watch your 6, watch your 6.
But they're diving in fighter mode, and I am now in Guardian mode, presumably kind of half in a hover. I guess I could pull the Maverick and just kind of, you know, hit the thrusters and just close the distance and try to fly, like hit the air brakes and let them go by.
You could. I mean, or at least you could attempt that. The thing is, your instruments are telling you this guy saw you from a distance. He's slowing down as he's coming in.
Okay, he's not that close.
He's aiming. This guy's aiming at you.
Okay. Throw it back into fighter mode and bob and weave.
Okay, so you're like, boom. You hit, and you're just like, you go.
Yeah.
And you see him. This guy's good. Okay. You're like, damn, and you're like, you roll. He keeps with you on direction, and you're like,
yeah.
Uh-oh, this could be it, right? And so he opens up with his tri-cannon up front.
Yeah.
And that's your first chance that you see that lighting up, okay? So imagine, I mean, the biggest bullets I can imagine are the ones from an A10 Warthog.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep. Yeah.
And them's is some big bitches, right?
I've handled 25 millimeter rounds before. I can totally visualize it.
Okay, what about the ones from those A10? Is it 10? A10 Warsh?
A10. Those are 30 millimeter.
Are those bigger?
They are bigger, yeah. Not like by much, but I mean, they would be, you know, in the vicinity of like the length of your keyboard, maybe by like, you know, beer can kind of, you know, like
thickness,
a skinny beer can, yeah.
Okay. So maybe like a White Claw can, right?
Cheerleader beer. Okay,
so
no offense to any real cheerleaders,
right?
I don't mean that.
Right. We love everybody. So imagine the kinetic rounds coming out of a ship that holds a 50-foot. Like you could probably see them coming, you know?
Yeah.
So you bank and you're like, this is it. Like you really think that for a moment.
I'm not getting to Alaska.
And you think to that one guy, that the liquid nitrogen guy, you're like, well,
I was actually thinking about the kid right now, thinking, well, I wonder what that kid's doing right now. I hope he's safe.
And all of a sudden that ship disappears from your radar, and John comes up behind it, and he comes through the cloud of the destroyed, fighter pod. Yeah. And then he forms up in formation with you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, and he's like,
we got a shit ton of these guys out here. You got any direction from higher? Because all I've got is a target-rich environment.
Okay. He's like,
I don't think higher knows what the hell's going on right now, too.
Okay, but so you see these bad boys right here?
Yeah.
Because of what you guys did too, a few blasts from those head in your direction and split up the rest of the cloud coming toward you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, and so the SDF one is shooting in every direction that it thinks is the best possible solution, considering what's coming at them.
That makes sense to me.
Okay, so then over the net you hear Gus go, you know,
we're getting annihilated, guys. You know, I'm in charge now.
And Gus is a corporal, okay? I'm sorry. So Ruben comes over and he goes, we're getting annihilated. I'm in charge right now because of how many losses they've taken. And he goes,
we're trying to evacuate citizens, but we've got these pods coming in. They're targeting civilians.
That's not cool.
John, we gotta do something. Those destroids are way too slow for this.
And he goes, okay, hold on, you know, because he's trying to figure out what the hell to do too, right? Because he's like, we could go help him, but we're being attacked. like the ship is getting attacked. And so you look down and now you can see visual damage. Like, let's say like here, you know, you see fire here. You see some breached hull.
Oh, wow.
Well, no, not breached hull. So not breached hull, but some craters, you know?
Yeah, some buffling.
Right, where hull's about to be breached if this continues the way it is.
All right, I guess, you know, push comes to shove, then we turn the heat up and we, you know what, if I got to melt a few laser barrels to, you know, on the way out, then I guess that's what I got to do.
All right. So, John, you hear John, radio in. He tries to get some information.
Yep.
And you can hear him screaming at tactical command,
Yeah.
but no one's coming back onto him. There's just too much going on right now. And you've got 15 and 16-year-olds operating tactical command as it is, and you like people are frozen. Okay, so John goes,
We've still got pilots trying to take off right now. We're gonna go try to lend them cover on Airfield 5, okay?
Okay, yep.
This Reuben character, that's a friend of yours, yes?
Yeah, he's a good friend.
Go provide him cover.
All right. All right.
okay, so they break off.
Yeah.
And then you look over and like through the cockpit you see Gus looking at you, and he gives you that nod like good luck, right?
Yeah.
And then he breaks off.
You can be my wingman any day.
All right. So you bank to your right, I suppose.
Yeah.
Start heading down, and you look
Close the wings and
right, and you can see a laser show going on in the streets of Macross. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god! Like the damage is incredible. You're just like,
yeah.
It's been a long time since you've seen something like this. The global civil war has been over.
Right.
And to see it again, it's kind of triggering.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Okay.
So with Reuben being a ground-based unit, a call for get him to name the rally point. Tell him I'm on my way.
Okay, so you're like Reuben, right, over the thing, right? And he goes, he's like,
Elwood, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. It's me. Where are you at?
Okay, so he gives you the coordinates. You know where they're at.
Okay.
And then he's like,
Get there as fast as I can.
You ask for a rally point?
I do.
Okay, right. He's like, there is no rally point right now. Come get these guys off of us.
Okay.
Okay, so
hold tight. I'm coming in hot.
Okay, so you're boom flying down. As you fly, low, you're shattering windows in your wake. Any window that's not left broken right now, and even some cars that have the shattered windshields are now just blown out. You know what I mean? And you fly through the street and right. So you get because what mode are you in?
Fighter.
Okay, so I assume you're just above the buildings, right?
Above, yeah.
Okay, and you see your first battle pod, and it's just going boom, boom, running, and you got its back.
Stupid egg. The integrated lasers, right in the back.
Do it.
He's gonna bobble up into me, and I'll. That's gonna be. Man, I'm level flight, and he's just jumping into my. It's the duck game. Okay,
right.
So this is gonna be a smooth method as I attempt to laser this guy with my integrated lasers, and there is no skill bump for that. It's just the skill itself, right?
I don't believe it's an equipment suit, right?
No, it's not. No. It's not.
Okay, but what about fighter mode? Because I think there is.
I don't see anything for fighter mode.
No.
No, I see transformation. So wait, description for transformation: fighter, defending ranged attacks. That's the note that I have on it.
Okay, so see that if you go into fighter mode and start dodging shit, that helps you.
Oh, I'm better at that. Oh, okay. Battleoid is for attacking, guardian, maneuvering, and short range.
Makes sense, right? Right?
Yeah. Oh, so you get a bonus based on what mode you're in and what you are doing.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm attacking in fighter mode. Unfortunately, there's no bump for that. So it's just a straight up smooth method. 3 dice in his bouncing bum behind section.
On edge.
Edge. Got it. Got a 5. 5 counts as a 1, and a 4 counts as a 1, and a 3 counts as nothing. So 2 successes, sir.
Okay.
1 for
which
each.
Which is enough. So you hit him right in his back. Boom. Yep. It's like if someone was running and they push you from behind.
Oh yeah.
He hits down, and he slides, bam, hits a building, and you go whoom right past him.
Yeah.
All right, so you look up and you see the a gladiator squad. Now you know that a gladiator, well, I wouldn't say because I don't want to mess up. I don't want to say a number and then everyone's like, "You stupid asshole." That's not a gladiator squad.
No, I get you.
Okay, so Ruben's squad.
They made squadrons 3 planes in Robotech. Come on, a squadron 3 planes?
Right.
What?
Right. So Ruben's squad was 10 gladiators. Okay.
Sure, 10. Yeah, that makes sense.
You see 3 of them left.
Oh boy.
Okay, and they're battling for all their worth.
Yeah,
and you're coming in, and you see just a whole ton of those pods coming in.
Like circle the wagons kind of deal, or like...
right. It's the Alamo right now.
Okay, so it's from every direction. There's no. Wow. Okay.
Well,
where is the heaviest?
So from the rear, that's where you can see that they're trying to funnel. The good guys are trying to funnel the civilians to. Okay.
Yep.
But you can see, like as you look down, you see one battle pod just stomp a line of traffic, and right there, you're just like, well, they didn't make it.
That's no good. Okay. Well, I'm much more maneuverable. I know I'm much more maneuverable in a Destroid, and I'm a lot more nimbler. I'm more maneuverable than they are. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. Like, okay, so whatever is most currently the most immediate threat to the civilians, that's my focus.
Okay, so you start flying in toward that. There's two of them, and so one jumps forward. The other one must have seen something on sensors because he turns around and he sees you coming up. Okay. So it is support phase. Do you assist, obscure, observe?
Well, I don't want to get hit, so I believe obscure. And
and remember,
do it?
Remember, you have 2.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to do anything in the support phase. Actually, I'm not even sure you can, because you're not supporting it. You can't support yourself.
I guess not. No.
Okay.
Well, there's a defend.
So my bad. So yeah, there is defend. Exactly. So this battle pod is going to attack and defend.
That's ops then.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to defend and attack. That's what I'm going to do.
So nobody has the drop. So let's do our attacks first.
Attacks first. Okay. Do you need to know cinematically how this is rolling out for me?
Sure. Yes.
So I mean, I spot the guy turns and he's now focused on me. So I am going to throw it back into Guardian mode above the buildings, right?
Okay.
And I'm either going to dodge his autocannons or whatever he's using, and then I'm going to return fire with my GU-11 gun pod, and then I'm going to drop down to street level.
So when you hit the Guardian, do you use the legs like retro rockets where you blast back, like you're coming in hard and then back, or? Yeah.
It's the most visual thing you can do in a Veritech.
Right. Okay.
Why wouldn't you?
I'm just trying to
blow a building over or anything, but melt the building down, slag it. No. I mean,
well, because I figured because you could not retro it, and still
just
your momentum goes forward,
just boot him down. I guess I could do that. Hit him physically with the body of my Veritech. That's interesting. I don't know if Command would like that. But that means I'm closing with him a lot closer than I want to be. You know what? I'm going to save that. I'm going to keep with my original plan. Transform above the build, just at the rooftop level. Dodge, shoot back, drop down to street level. That's what I'm going to do.
All right. Okay, so he opens up on you with lasers, with his little antennas.
Oh, yeah. So I'm dodging.
All right. So let's do it. Let's do attacks first, and we're on normal.
Attacking on normal. So, but
what skill are you using?
Oh, for my attack, it's going to be. It is going to be Angelic Grace because I'm going to do it in slow motion. Patoon. Transform to Guardian. So that's another 2 dice. And it's not a heavy burst. It's just a regular shot, like a whatever that is with the cannon, the gun pod.
Okay.
I'm currently rolling 5 dice.
Oh, nice.
At normal, you said?
Yes.
1, 2. I got a 6 and I got a 5. Some 3 and some 2s. So I've got a total of 1, 2, 3.
3 successes.
3 successes, sir. That is for my attack.
Oh, okay. Wait. Shoot. Because you did, or you would have done synergy because you. Damn it! I messed up that one. Okay.
That's okay.
Okay, so he got 1 success on his attack.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and use your skill for defense now.
Defense. That is going to be flash move.
Do it.
Okay, so that is 3 dice plus my transformation bonus. So that is 5 dice. Here we go.
Wait. Transformation bonus. You used that for attack, right?
Oh, so they can only. I just thought it was for the. I keep thinking in like rounds, like traditional, like.
Right. It's more the phase. It's the ops phase. You see what I'm saying?
I do, but attack and defend are both in that phase. So is it only for one specific action then? Is that what we're saying?
I believe yes.
Okay, then that's fine. I'll just knock the 2 off. And we're back to 3 dice. 3 dice of flash move. 1, 6, a 2, and a 1. So that is a total of 2 successes.
Okay, so he's blasting up. You pull out your guardian, you spin around, you dodge everything, boom, you light him up with some damage, he goes down. Bam, and he explodes.
Nice.
Yeah, battle pods aren't strong.
Good enough for me. I'd like to put myself on the ground now.
Okay, so you're all
pop up into Battleoid, I guess.
You're all pop, and you're in Battleoid mode. Okay, all of a sudden some gladiator turns the corner, and it's like and then it's and then you hear Ruben go,
West, what the hell? He's on Elwood. God damn it, you scared the shit out of me. Yeah, well, these robo chickens are not helping, so I'm here to help.
Okay, he's like,
look at this.
And he kind of, he walks not even that far, and he points down, and you see a battle pod downed, and then you see the pilot like halfway crawled out of it. Oh. Yeah, and you're just like, it gives you the shivers because you're like, whoa.
They're giants.
And he's like,
yeah, but they look like us.
Yeah.
And we'll stop there.
Oh, nice. Well done.